unit's now on. I'm gonna turn one of the heating elements on. So as you can see, the light went on. Light went on that. So both both heating elements are gonna start working. And that's if you like people you use it like this in case if you want to do 2 cones at a time, 1 cone, or let's say like in one you're gonna do taller cones and then you're gonna use the 2 other units to do smaller ones. So it really depends. It depends on how you're gonna run things. I'm gonna turn these off again. Just turn the knobs off. This over here is basically the emergency stop button. So once you press it, it shuts off completely. In case if you did a mistake or anything like that, you just stop it right away. If you want to turn it back on, just turn it to the side and it went on. The light will turn on. Right now, because daylight, it's kind of hard to see the red light, but it's on right now. All right. And then you've got the rise button and the down button over here. So technically, you wouldn't need to. You would just press the down button, and that's it. It does everything automatically. You time it over here, so you put the timing of the unit itself over here. So if let's say you can set it to I believe right now we have it to 60 seconds, so 1 minute, so that it cooks inside and outside for 1 minute, and that's so that you get something similar to this. This one's pretty old, but this one, as you can see, it held the shape. This one's been frozen for 2 years, but again, you can see the cone over here, you can see the dough, you can see the shape, and then you can see sort of the thickness of this one is not it's not so thick. It's a sort of a thin crust for this one. If you want, you can do a thicker crust, but as you can see, it can hold quite a bit of like even this one, which is like a medium size, it can hold quite a few ingredients in there. All right. So as I was saying, the inching button over here is basically we never really use this button right here because it basically kind of lowers it little by little. So really we wouldn't use that part at all. So you basically down to that, and it's a fast process. You basically weigh your dough balls, put them in there, press the button, away it goes. It lasts 60 seconds. It cooks them, and then you take them out either by hand, or you can take them out with a little stick. You take them out and then stack them. That's basically how we did it. Again, as I said, timer over here, and then the fuse is on the side. We'll show you that later on. But this is the sort of like how you turn it on, and you turn on the fuse and everything. Okay, and all right, so now I magically appeared on the other side of the video, and what I'm going to show you is basically how you would control the how far down the unit goes, so like the cones themselves. So if you think about it, what makes it stop to a certain height. So like if you want the cones to press all the way almost like close to the element, or a little bit up or away, like quite a bit. So depending on the it'll make the width of the dough itself. That's basically, it works with this little gauge over here, as you can see. So once the unit comes down and it it goes all the way down, there's a bolt over here, as you can see. I'm indicating it. Once this bolt touches this over here, it stops. So basically it stops. It tells it it has reached the threshold, and it'll remain there with the timer. We already have the timer set at, let's say, 60 seconds. So once it touches that, it'll stay there for 60 seconds, and then it'll come back up. Okay, and then this bolt again, as I was showing you, it's easy to adjust. You can adjust it by hand. It's actually adjusted. I have it set so you adjust it with a wrench, because you don't want to adjust it by hand. Otherwise anyone can mess with the machine itself. But so yeah, 2 little wrenches in the back. You adjust the bolt height, and then that basically manages the gauge and how far down it goes. If we come on the side as well, I just wanted to show you that the unit itself, this one is stainless steel as well. It has vents on the side, but the nothing really heats up on this. It's basically the elements heat up quite a bit. And then this over here is basically sort of like a hydraulic, but it works. It's an electric hydraulic system, and it pushes down. Can't show you right now, but I'll show you some videos where they do. Right now I have this set at 220 volts, and I'm running it at 110 volt line. So technically what this means is right now one part is going to be working. The part that works right now is the heating side, but I don't have control of the hydraulics because I needed at 220. I will show you. I have some pictures, and I'll show you. I have the parts to actually change all there are little gauge elements in here set for 220 each, so there's 4, and I have 4 of those for 110 to convert this back to 110 volts. So it's pretty easy to convert it to 110 volts, although we do like to use it at 220, especially with a food truck. It works well with 220. We get evenly heating for everything and really nice control for hydraulics, heating and everything at 220, and it works perfectly with that. I run this at 220 on a 20 amp line, so basically it kind of looks like a 110 volt, but it's actually a 220 volt line on a 20 amp. So it's always easy to go down from like voltage. So if you 220 to 110, you can get adapters for that, but if you want to go up from 110 to 220, you can't really get that down. So yeah, that's the nice thing about this unit. As I showed you before, it's quite big. You can see all the elements are pretty nice and clean. We have not used it that many times. So with this one, once we got the experimenting portion done, we did about 200 cones, and then we're like, okay, we don't need this anymore. So we just basically kind of got the cones frozen, or we would fill them out and fill them up, and then we would put it in the oven to get them heat up and made for the customers. And that's all I would like to say about this unit. And yeah, so if you have any questions, I have put my email. You can see it down here below. And yeah, we'll see you in the next episode.